Hello there, and welcome to The Sleepy Scientist, a place where curiosity slows down and knowledge becomes calm. Tonight we leave the surface behind and gently drift into the ocean, a vast and steady world where movement is slow, light softens, and time feels unhurried. Before we begin, allow your body to relax. Let your breathing settle into its own natural rhythm. There is nothing you need to focus on and nothing you need to remember. The ocean does not rush, and neither do you. Whatever belongs to the day can remain far above the surface, growing quieter with each breath. The ocean is not a place of constant motion as it appears from above. Beneath the waves, water layers move patiently, temperatures change gradually, and pressure increases so slowly that it feels continuous rather than sudden. Sound travels farther than light here, and even that sound becomes gentle with distance. As we continue, we'll explore the most relaxing facts about the ocean, its depths, its quiet systems, and the steady processes that shape life far below the surface. These facts are not meant to excite or overwhelm. They are meant to slow your thoughts, soften awareness, and allow rest to arrive naturally. If you enjoy these calm explorations of nature and gentle science, you're always welcome to subscribe and return whenever you need quiet curiosity and peace. For now, simply listen and let yourself drift into the steady, timeless calm of the ocean. Let us begin. Beneath the ocean's surface, the environment begins to change in slow and predictable ways. Light fades gradually rather than disappearing all at once, shifting from bright blues to deeper, softer tones as depth increases. This fading happens gently, meter by meter, allowing marine life and physical processes to adjust without stress. The water does not feel sudden or dramatic. Instead, it feels layered and calm, as if the ocean is easing everything downward at its own patient pace. As depth increases, pressure builds steadily, not in abrupt jumps, but as a smooth continuation of the weight of water above. This pressure is constant and evenly distributed, creating a stable environment where nothing fluctuates quickly. Marine organisms that live here are adapted to this consistency, existing in conditions that rarely change, reinforcing a sense of quiet balance that defines much of the ocean's interior. The temperature of the ocean also changes slowly with depth. Warm surface waters gradually give way to cooler layers below, forming long, stable zones that can remain unchanged for years. These temperature layers act like gentle boundaries rather than sharp divisions, allowing water to move calmly without mixing aggressively. This stability helps the deep ocean remain one of the most constant environments on Earth. Water within the ocean is always moving, but rarely in ways that feel energetic or fast. Deep currents flow at speeds so slow, they're often measured over months or years. These currents transport heat, nutrients, and dissolved gases across vast distances, quietly connecting distant parts of the planet without drawing attention to their movement. This slow circulation gives the ocean an almost timeless quality. Sound behaves differently inside the ocean than it does in air. Water carries sound efficiently, allowing low, steady sounds to travel great distances without losing their softness. Many natural ocean sounds, such as distant waves or subtle geological activity, arrive as gentle vibrations rather than sharp noise. This acoustic environment contributes to the ocean's calming nature, where sound feels more like presence than interruption. The chemistry of seawater remains remarkably consistent across large regions of the ocean. Salt levels, mineral content, and dissolved gases change gradually rather than suddenly. This chemical stability allows life to exist without constant adaptation, reinforcing the ocean's role as a steady, predictable system rather than a volatile one. Inside the ocean, gravity and buoyancy work together to create a feeling of suspension. Objects and organisms are gently supported by the water around them, reducing the strain caused by weight. This balance allows movement to feel slow and fluid, as if effort itself has been softened by the surrounding environment. Many regions of the ocean experience very little direct influence from surface weather. Storms, winds, and temperature changes at the surface fade long before reaching deep waters. As a result, the interior ocean remains calm even when conditions above are active. This separation creates a refuge of stability far below the surface. The passage of time feels different in the deep ocean. Because physical changes happen so slowly, processes unfold over long periods without visible urgency. Sediments settle grain by grain, currents shift subtly, and ecosystems remain stable for generations. This slow pace reinforces a sense of calm continuity that is rare in surface environments. Taken together, these characteristics make the interior of the ocean one of the most relaxing natural systems on the planet. Light fades gently, pressure increases steadily, water moves patiently, and conditions remain consistent over immense spans of time. The ocean does not rush toward outcomes or react sharply to change. It simply continues, offering a quiet, stable rhythm that allows the mind to slow down and rest within its steady presence. Far below the surface, the ocean becomes a place where stillness dominates over motion. Here, water layers remain separated by subtle differences in temperature and density, forming structures that can persist for decades. These layers rarely mix quickly, which means the environment stays remarkably consistent. This slow, layered organization allows the deep ocean to feel calm and predictable, free from sudden change. In these depths, sunlight no longer reaches, yet the absence of light does not create emptiness. Instead, the darkness is uniform and stable, allowing life and chemistry to function without daily cycles of brightness and shadow. Without sunrise or sunset, the environment remains constant, reinforcing a sense of timelessness that defines much of the deep sea. Nutrients move through the ocean interior at a gentle pace, carried by slow currents rather than rapid flows. Organic material drifts downward from the surface in tiny particles, settling gradually through the water column. This slow rain of material supports deep ecosystems without overwhelming them, maintaining balance rather than excess. The ocean interior also acts as a long-term reservoir for heat. Warmth absorbed at the surface can take centuries to travel into deeper layers, where it is stored quietly. This gradual movement of heat helps regulate Earth's climate, demonstrating how slow processes can have profound stabilizing effects over time. Pressure in the deep ocean remains constant once a certain depth is reached. Unlike surface environments where pressure fluctuates with weather and altitude, the deep sea exists under steady conditions. This constancy allows organisms to thrive without needing to adjust repeatedly, contributing to the overall calm of the environment. Water chemistry in the deep ocean changes so slowly that entire human histories can pass without noticeable variation. Oxygen levels, dissolved carbon, and mineral content remain within narrow ranges, shaped by long-term circulation rather than short-term events. This chemical steadiness reinforces the deep ocean's role as a place of balance and continuity. Movement within the deep ocean is often so subtle that it feels almost imperceptible. Currents may take years to travel across ocean basins, moving at speeds slower than a casual walk. This slow motion creates an environment where nothing feels rushed, and where change unfolds gently rather than abruptly. The interior ocean is largely isolated from surface noise. Waves, storms, and human activity fade as depth increases, leaving behind a quieter acoustic environment. Sounds that do exist travel smoothly and evenly, without sharp echoes, contributing to a sense of calm immersion. Life in the deep ocean has adapted to these stable conditions by conserving energy. Many organisms move slowly, grow gradually, and exist for long lifespans. This low-energy lifestyle mirrors the environment itself, reinforcing the idea that calm and efficiency often go together in nature. Taken together, these aspects of the ocean's interior create a setting defined by patience rather than activity. Darkness remains steady, water moves slowly, chemistry stays balanced, and life adapts to consistency instead of change. The deep ocean does not react quickly or dramatically. It persists quietly, offering a natural rhythm that feels safe, steady, and deeply restful, inviting the mind to slow down and settle into its unchanging flow. Deep within the ocean, the absence of rapid change allows physical processes to unfold in a way that feels almost meditative. Water masses formed in polar regions sink slowly and begin journeys that can last hundreds or even thousands of years. As they travel, they carry dissolved gases and nutrients quietly across the planet, connecting distant seas through motion that is steady and unhurried. The deep ocean plays a quiet role in balancing the chemistry of the entire planet. Carbon dioxide absorbed at the surface can be transported downward and stored for long periods in deep waters. This process happens gradually, without visible signs, allowing the ocean to act as a calm regulator rather than an active force. The slowness of this exchange prevents sudden shifts and contributes to long-term stability. Sediments on the ocean floor settle at an incredibly slow pace. Tiny particles of mineral dust, organic matter, and microscopic shells drift downward and come to rest grain by grain. In many places, a single centimetre of sediment can represent thousands of years. This slow accumulation creates layered records of time, where nothing is rushed and every change is preserved gently. The seafloor itself remains largely unchanged over human lifetimes. Mountains, plains, and trenches exist in quiet stillness, shaped by geological processes that unfold over millions of years. Even tectonic motion beneath the ocean happens at speeds comparable to the growth of fingernails, reinforcing a sense of deep patience within the environment. Water pressure at great depth creates an environment of uniform compression. Unlike the surface, where pressure changes constantly, the deep ocean offers consistency. This uniformity reduces physical stress and allows systems to remain stable, contributing to the calm persistence of deep-sea conditions. Currents in the ocean interior often follow predictable pathways, guided by Earth's rotation and the shape of the ocean basins. These pathways rarely change direction abruptly. Instead, they form slow loops and broad flows that repeat over long timescales, creating a sense of order that feels reliable and continuous. Chemical reactions in deep water occur at a slower pace due to low temperatures and limited energy input. This reduced reaction rate helps preserve balance, preventing sudden chemical shifts. The ocean interior becomes a place where equilibrium is maintained through slowness rather than control. Light, though absent at depth, leaves behind a consistent darkness that never fluctuates. Without cycles of day and night, time is experienced differently. Many processes operate continuously rather than rhythmically, allowing the environment to feel even and unbroken, free from the markers that divide time above the surface. The deep ocean also acts as a vast buffer for sound. Vibrations travel smoothly and lose sharpness, becoming gentle waves of motion rather than noise. This acoustic softness contributes to an environment where disturbances fade quickly and calm dominates. Together, these characteristics shape the interior of the ocean into a space defined by steadiness and endurance. Motion continues, chemistry balances, and geological features persist without urgency. The ocean does not hurry toward outcomes or respond sharply to change. It moves forward quietly, offering a slow, continuous rhythm that invites the mind to release tension and rest within the deep, patient flow of water and time. Deep inside the ocean, the movement of water follows patterns that are shaped more by balance than by force. Large bodies of deep water circulate around the globe in slow, looping paths that can take centuries to complete. These journeys are so gradual that they feel almost still, yet they quietly connect oceans across continents, maintaining harmony without urgency. The deep ocean maintains an extraordinary level of temperature stability. Once below a certain depth, temperatures change very little from season to season or even century to century. This thermal consistency allows the environment to remain calm and predictable, free from the fluctuations that define surface waters. The result is a space where conditions feel settled and enduring. Within these depths, dissolved oxygen moves slowly through the water column, replenished by long-distance circulation rather than rapid mixing. This slow renewal supports life without creating sudden surges or drops. The balance between oxygen supply and consumption remains steady, reinforcing the deep ocean's reputation as a place of quiet equilibrium. The ocean interior also absorbs and stores vast amounts of energy without releasing it suddenly. Heat is transferred downward gradually and held in deep layers, smoothing out extremes that might otherwise affect the planet's climate. This slow storage and release demonstrate how calm processes can have powerful stabilizing effects over long timescales. Sound continues to behave gently in the deep ocean, traveling in long, smooth waves rather than sharp bursts. Low-frequency sounds can move across entire ocean basins, arriving softened and distant. This acoustic environment lacks abrupt noise, allowing the ocean interior to feel enveloping and serene. The chemistry of deep seawater is shaped by slow biological and geological processes. Minerals dissolve gradually from the seafloor, while organic matter breaks down at a measured pace. These slow reactions help maintain consistent conditions, preventing rapid chemical changes and preserving balance. Currents in the deep ocean rarely interact strongly with the seafloor. Instead, they flow gently above it, following contours without disturbing sediments. This careful movement allows the seabed to remain largely undisturbed, contributing to the long-term stability of the environment. The absence of light at depth removes visual distraction entirely. Without shifting colors or brightness, the environment becomes uniform and predictable. This constancy allows processes to unfold without interruption, reinforcing the feeling of timeless calm that characterizes the deep sea. Life in the ocean interior often follows slow rhythms that mirror the environment. Growth rates are reduced, movements are deliberate, and energy use is minimal. This alignment between life and surroundings enhances the sense of calm continuity, where nothing feels hurried. Taken together, these features make the deep ocean a place defined by gentle persistence. Water moves patiently, chemistry remains balanced, sound softens, and time stretches outward without urgency. The ocean interior continues its quiet existence, offering a steady, unbroken rhythm that invites the mind to slow, relax, and drift within its deep, enduring calm. Far below the surface, the ocean becomes a place where gravity and water work together to create a sense of gentle suspension. Objects and organisms are supported evenly from all sides, reducing the feeling of weight and strain. This balance allows movement to feel slow and fluid, reinforcing the ocean's naturally calming influence. The deep ocean exists largely untouched by daily or seasonal changes. While surface waters respond quickly to sunlight, wind, and temperature shifts, the interior remains insulated from these variations. This separation creates an environment where conditions stay stable for long periods, offering a rare sense of predictability in the natural world. Water density increases gradually with depth due to temperature and pressure, forming layers that remain quietly stacked. These layers resist mixing, preserving calm boundaries rather than turbulent transitions. This gentle stratification allows the ocean to maintain order without constant motion or disruption. Inside the ocean, time feels extended because processes unfold so slowly. Chemical reactions, sediment movement, and water circulation operate on scales that far exceed human lifetimes. This slow pace encourages a sense of patience, where nothing feels rushed and everything has time to settle naturally. The seafloor beneath deep waters often remains undisturbed for centuries. Fine sediments lie in place without being stirred, creating a stable foundation where change happens only gradually. This stillness adds to the overall calm of the environment, where even the ground beneath the water feels settled and quiet. Pressure at depth is steady and evenly distributed, unlike the fluctuating conditions experienced above the surface. This constancy allows physical and biological systems to remain balanced without repeated adjustment. The deep ocean offers reliability rather than surprise, contributing to its soothing character. Water molecules in the ocean interior move continuously but gently, transferring heat and dissolved substances through slow diffusion. This movement lacks urgency, ensuring that changes spread gradually rather than abruptly. The result is an environment where balance is maintained through patience. The deep ocean also acts as a vast archive of Earth's history. Layers of sediment preserve records of climate, chemistry, and life over millions of years. These records accumulate quietly without disturbance, allowing time itself to be stored calmly within the seafloor. Sound within deep water continues to lose sharpness as it travels, smoothing into long, low vibrations. These sounds do not intrude or demand attention. Instead, they become part of the background, reinforcing the sense that disturbances fade quickly in this environment. Together, these qualities make the interior of the ocean a place defined by stability and endurance. Movement remains slow, conditions remain consistent, and change unfolds gently over long spans of time. The ocean does not push or pull toward outcomes, it simply continues, offering a steady, quiet presence that allows the mind to relax and drift within its deep, unchanging rhythm. Deep within the ocean, the flow of water becomes so slow that it is often measured in years rather than moments. Some deep currents advance only a few centimeters per second, moving quietly across entire basins without turbulence. This gentle motion allows the ocean interior to feel steady and unhurried, as though time itself has relaxed into a slower rhythm. The deep ocean acts as a stabilizing reservoir for dissolved gases. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen are absorbed, transported, and stored gradually, preventing sudden changes in concentration. This slow exchange helps maintain chemical balance across the planet, showing how calm processes can quietly support global stability. Below the surface, the ocean's chemistry becomes remarkably uniform across vast distances. Unlike surface waters, which can change rapidly due to weather or sunlight, deep waters maintain consistent conditions for long periods. This uniformity creates a sense of continuity, where the environment feels dependable and calm. Sediment clouds stirred by distant events settle very slowly in the deep ocean. Fine particles drift downward like suspended dust, taking weeks or months to reach the seafloor. This slow settling prevents disturbance, allowing the ocean floor to remain peaceful and undisturbed most of the time. The deep sea absorbs sound and vibration in a way that softens intensity. Even when energy enters the system, it spreads out and fades rather than concentrating. This natural damping effect ensures that the interior ocean remains acoustically calm, reinforcing a sense of quiet immersion. Water pressure at great depth compresses gases and materials evenly, reducing variability. This compression creates a stable physical environment where sudden expansion or contraction is unlikely. The result is a setting where physical forces feel balanced and predictable rather than dynamic. The absence of strong currents near the seafloor allows fragile structures to persist for long periods. Delicate formations, sediments, and biological communities remain intact because movement is minimal. This stillness contributes to the deep ocean's reputation as a place of long-term calm. Heat within deep waters dissipates gradually, flowing outward over centuries. This slow release prevents sharp temperature gradients and helps maintain a stable thermal environment. The ocean's ability to store and release heat patiently plays a quiet role in moderating Earth's climate. The interior ocean rarely experiences sudden chemical reactions or energetic events. Most changes occur through slow diffusion and long-term circulation. This gentle pace ensures that balance is maintained without abrupt disruption, reinforcing a feeling of safety and steadiness. Taken together, these characteristics reveal the deep ocean as a system governed by patience. Water moves slowly, chemistry remains balanced, sound fades gently, and heat flows gradually. Nothing rushes or demands attention. The ocean interior continues its quiet work, offering a calm, steady presence that encourages the mind to slow down and rest within its deep, enduring flow. Within the deep interior of the ocean, the passage of time becomes almost abstract, measured not in hours or days, but in slow transitions that unfold over centuries. Water that sinks from the surface may take generations to complete its journey through the depths, moving so steadily that its motion feels more like persistence than travel. This extended timescale gives the ocean an atmosphere of deep patience, where nothing is hurried and nothing feels unfinished. The ocean's interior plays a quiet role in maintaining the balance of life far above it. Nutrients that slowly descend from surface waters are redistributed gently through deep currents, eventually rising again in distant regions. This slow recycling supports ecosystems without creating excess or scarcity, demonstrating how balance can be sustained through gradual motion rather than rapid exchange. Pressure in the deep ocean creates an environment where physical conditions remain constant over long periods. Once a certain depth is reached, pressure no longer fluctuates meaningfully. This constancy allows chemical reactions and biological processes to proceed in stable ways, reinforcing a sense of calm reliability that defines much of the deep sea. The movement of water molecules in the deep ocean is continuous yet unremarkable. They shift position through slow diffusion, exchanging heat and dissolved substances evenly. This gentle molecular motion prevents sharp gradients from forming, allowing the environment to remain smooth and balanced rather than fragmented. Light, though absent at these depths, leaves behind a sense of uniformity rather than emptiness. Without variation in brightness or colour, the environment feels even and consistent. This absence of visual change removes distraction, allowing the deep ocean to exist as a space of steady presence rather than constant stimulation. Sound within the deep ocean becomes part of the environment rather than an interruption. Low-frequency vibrations move smoothly through water, losing sharp edges as they travel. By the time they arrive, they feel distant and soft, reinforcing the sense that disturbances fade naturally in this environment. The chemistry of deep seawater changes only through long-term processes. Minerals dissolve slowly from the seafloor, and organic material breaks down at a measured pace. These reactions occur so gradually that balance is preserved, preventing sudden shifts that could disrupt the system. Sediments resting on the ocean floor accumulate in thin layers over immense spans of time. Each layer represents a quiet moment in Earth's history, settled gently without disturbance. This slow accumulation creates a physical record of patience, where change is preserved rather than erased. The deep ocean's isolation from surface activity allows it to remain calm even when conditions above are active. Storms, waves, and temperature changes lose their influence long before reaching these depths. This separation creates a refuge of stability, where external forces have little effect. Together, these qualities shape the interior ocean into a place defined by endurance and steadiness. Motion continues, chemistry balances, and time stretches outward without urgency. The ocean does not react sharply or seek resolution, it simply persists, offering a slow, continuous rhythm that invites the mind to let go of effort and rest within the deep, unchanging flow of water and time. Deep within the ocean's interior, the steady circulation of water creates a sense of quiet continuity that rarely changes. Vast water masses move along established routes, guided by differences in temperature and density rather than force. These movements unfold so slowly that they are best understood as ongoing states rather than events, reinforcing the feeling that the deep ocean exists in a calm, enduring present. The deep ocean remains one of the most stable environments on Earth because it is shielded from short-term influences. Sunlight, wind, and surface weather patterns lose their power long before reaching these depths. This insulation allows conditions to remain nearly identical from one year to the next, creating a setting where predictability replaces surprise. Temperature variations in the ocean's interior are minimal. Once water sinks to a certain depth, it stays cool and consistent, often changing by only fractions of a degree over centuries. This thermal stability allows physical and chemical processes to proceed smoothly, without stress or sudden adjustment. The pressure experienced in deep waters becomes a constant presence rather than a changing factor. Unlike environments where pressure fluctuates rapidly, the deep ocean offers uniform compression. This consistency supports systems that function best under steady conditions, reinforcing the overall sense of balance and calm. Water chemistry in these depths remains remarkably even. Salinity, dissolved minerals, and gas concentrations vary only slightly across large distances. This uniformity allows life and chemistry to coexist without the need for rapid adaptation, creating an environment that feels dependable and steady. Sound continues to travel gently through the deep ocean, losing intensity as it spreads. Sharp noises soften quickly, becoming low, even vibrations that blend into the background. This acoustic quality ensures that disturbances do not linger or dominate, preserving a sense of quiet immersion. The seafloor beneath deep waters remains largely undisturbed by motion above. Currents flow gently overhead, rarely stirring sediments. As a result, the ocean floor maintains its structure for long periods, contributing to the feeling that everything in the deep ocean has settled into place. Biological processes in the deep sea often mirror the environment's slow pace. Growth is gradual, movement is minimal, and energy use is carefully conserved. These adaptations reflect the surrounding calm, showing how life aligns itself with stable conditions rather than resisting them. Chemical exchanges between water and seafloor materials happen quietly over long timescales. Minerals dissolve slowly, and elements are exchanged at a pace that maintains equilibrium. These interactions do not draw attention to themselves, yet they play an essential role in sustaining the ocean's balance. Taken together, these features define the deep ocean as a realm of gentle persistence. Motion continues without urgency, conditions remain stable, and change unfolds softly across immense spans of time. The ocean interior offers a steady, unbroken rhythm, allowing the mind to drift away from effort and rest within a world where nothing rushes and nothing demands immediate attention. Deep within the ocean, the sense of continuity becomes even more pronounced as water masses maintain their identities over extraordinary spans of time. Once formed, these bodies of water can persist for hundreds or even thousands of years with only subtle changes. Their temperature, salinity, and chemical composition remain remarkably stable, creating an environment where persistence is the defining feature rather than motion or transformation. The interior ocean operates as a slow-moving archive of Earth's past. Traces of ancient climates, atmospheric conditions, and biological activity are carried quietly within deep waters. These records are not stored in a single place, but gently distributed throughout the ocean's depths, preserved by slow circulation and minimal disturbance. The interaction between the deep ocean and the seafloor unfolds at a pace that feels almost imperceptible. Water moves carefully across underwater plains and valleys, exchanging minerals slowly and evenly. This interaction shapes the chemistry of seawater without creating sudden shifts, reinforcing the ocean's role as a place of gradual balance. Energy within the deep ocean spreads outward rather than concentrating. Heat, sound, and motion disperse gently, preventing the build-up of intensity. This natural diffusion ensures that no single area becomes overwhelmed, maintaining a calm and even environment throughout the depths. The absence of rapid biological cycles in the deep ocean contributes to its restful character. Many organisms grow slowly, reproduce infrequently, and conserve energy carefully. This low-energy existence mirrors the surrounding environment, creating a harmony between life and physical conditions that feels deeply settled. The deep ocean's darkness remains constant and unchanging. Without daily or seasonal light cycles, there is no visual signal to mark the passage of time. This uniform darkness allows processes to continue without interruption, fostering a sense of timelessness that feels calming rather than empty. Currents in the deep sea rarely intersect sharply. Instead, they merge smoothly, adjusting their paths gradually. This gentle interaction prevents turbulence and preserves the steady flow of water, allowing circulation to continue without disruption. The pressure at these depths acts as a stabilizing force, compressing materials evenly and reducing variability. This uniform compression limits expansion and contraction, helping maintain physical and chemical consistency across large regions of the ocean interior. Even disturbances that originate far away, such as distant seismic events or storms, arrive in the deep ocean softened and diminished. By the time their influence reaches these depths, it has been spread thinly, losing sharpness and intensity. This natural buffering protects the deep ocean from sudden change. All of these elements combine to create an environment defined by calm endurance. The deep ocean does not react quickly or dramatically. Instead, it absorbs, balances, and continues. Water moves patiently, chemistry remains steady, and time stretches outward without urgency, offering a quiet, continuous rhythm in which the mind can rest and drift without effort. Deep within the ocean's interior, the steady presence of water creates a sense of completeness rather than motion. The environment feels settled, as though all the major changes have already taken place long ago. What remains is a state of gentle continuation, where processes unfold slowly and without the need for adjustment or response. The deep ocean serves as a quiet stabilizer for the entire planet. Heat absorbed at the surface is transported downward, stored for long periods, smoothing out extremes that might otherwise affect climate. This slow transfer does not announce itself. It works patiently, allowing balance to emerge through time rather than force. Water at great depth rarely experiences sudden chemical shifts. Dissolved substances mix gradually through diffusion and circulation, maintaining equilibrium across vast regions. This steadiness ensures that no single factor dominates, reinforcing the calm and predictability of the environment. The ocean interior also plays a role in regulating Earth's atmosphere by quietly absorbing gases and releasing them slowly over centuries. This exchange happens so gradually that it avoids disruption, allowing global systems to remain balanced without dramatic fluctuations. Pressure remains constant once deep waters are reached, removing one of the major sources of environmental variability. This consistency allows physical systems to remain stable over immense spans of time, creating conditions where change feels optional rather than inevitable. The deep sea's slow pace allows sediments to accumulate in thin, even layers. Each layer settles gently, preserving a moment in Earth's history without disturbance. This accumulation forms a calm record of time, where nothing is erased or rushed. Sound within the ocean interior continues to lose intensity as it travels, becoming part of the background rather than a focal point. Vibrations spread evenly, ensuring that disturbances do not linger. The result is an acoustic environment that feels soft and continuous. Movement near the seafloor is minimal, allowing fragile structures and subtle features to persist. Currents glide overhead without stirring sediments, preserving the stillness of the deep environment. This lack of disturbance reinforces a sense of quiet permanence. Biological activity in the deep ocean aligns with the environment's slow rhythm. Energy use is conservative, movement is deliberate, and growth unfolds gradually. This harmony between life and surroundings contributes to the overall feeling of calm endurance. Taken together, these qualities define the deep ocean as a place of sustained balance. Nothing rushes toward change and nothing demands resolution. Water continues to move slowly, chemistry remains even, and time flows gently onward. The interior ocean persists as a steady presence, offering a final reminder that calm can exist not through stillness alone, but through continuous, patient motion that never needs to conclude. Deep within the ocean, the continuity of conditions creates an environment where equilibrium feels permanent rather than temporary. Water masses remain largely unchanged as they move slowly through the depths, carrying their temperature and chemistry with them over extraordinary spans of time. This persistence allows the interior ocean to feel settled, as though it has already found its natural balance and no longer needs to adjust. The deep ocean quietly supports surface life by acting as a long-term reserve for nutrients and dissolved elements. These materials are not delivered quickly or in bursts. Instead, they circulate gradually, returning to the surface only after long journeys. This slow exchange prevents excess and scarcity, maintaining balance through patience rather than control. The interior ocean absorbs disturbances without reacting sharply. Energy introduced from above, whether heat, sound, or motion, spreads out and diminishes as it travels downward. By the time it reaches great depth, it has softened into gentle variation rather than disruption. This ability to absorb and smooth disturbances contributed to the deep ocean's calm resilience. Water pressure at depth creates a uniform physical environment that resists sudden change. Materials remain compressed evenly, reducing variability and allowing physical processes to proceed steadily. This constancy removes one of the main sources of environmental stress, reinforcing a sense of stability that endures over time. The deep ocean's slow circulation helps maintain chemical consistency across vast regions. Salinity and dissolved gases vary only slightly, shaped by long-term mixing rather than short-term events. This uniformity allows the environment to feel dependable and calm, free from abrupt shifts. Sediment layers continue to accumulate quietly on the seafloor, each grain settling gently into place. Over centuries and millennia, these layers build without disturbance, preserving a continuous record of the planet's past. This slow accumulation reflects the ocean's overall character, where time is allowed to pass without urgency. The absence of light in the deep ocean creates an environment without visual change. Without cycles of brightness or shadow, processes unfold continuously rather than episodically. This uniform darkness contributes to a feeling of timelessness, where the passage of time becomes subtle rather than marked. Sound within deep waters continues to travel as low, smooth vibrations. Sharp noises are softened quickly, losing their intensity as they spread. This acoustic quality ensures that disturbances fade naturally, allowing calm to reassert itself without effort. Life within the deep ocean remains closely aligned with its surroundings. Organisms grow slowly, move deliberately, and conserve energy carefully. These adaptations reflect the environment's steady rhythm, reinforcing a sense of harmony between living systems and physical conditions. Together, these elements allow the deep ocean to exist as a place of quiet persistence rather than change. Motion continues, chemistry balances, and time flows gently onward. Nothing presses forward, and nothing falls behind. The interior ocean remains a steady presence, offering a calm, enduring rhythm that allows the mind to rest within its slow, patient continuity. Deep within the ocean's interior, the sense of balance becomes so established that it feels self-sustaining. Water masses no longer seem to move from one place to another with purpose, but instead exist in a continuous state of gentle circulation. This ongoing motion does not signal change, but continuity, where the ocean quietly maintains itself without effort or urgency. The deep ocean serves as a long-term memory for the planet's climate. Temperature patterns formed centuries ago can still be traced in deep waters today, preserved by slow circulation and minimal mixing. This calm preservation allows the ocean to store information gently, without distortion or interruption, reinforcing its role as a stabilizing presence on Earth. Chemical balance in the ocean interior is maintained through slow, predictable processes. Elements dissolve, combine, and redistribute at rates so gradual that equilibrium is rarely disturbed. This gentle chemistry prevents sharp fluctuations, allowing the environment to remain calm and reliable over immense spans of time. Water density, layers in the deep ocean, remain remarkably intact. Once established, these layers resist mixing, forming quiet boundaries that persist for decades or longer. These boundaries are not barriers, but soft transitions that help maintain order without turbulence or disruption. The deep ocean's ability to absorb carbon happens steadily and silently. Carbon moves downward with sinking water masses and organic particles, becoming stored far below the surface for long periods. This slow absorption reduces abrupt atmospheric changes, allowing balance to emerge through patience rather than force. Near the seafloor, motion becomes even more subtle. Currents slow further, and sediments remain undisturbed for long stretches of time. This stillness allows delicate structures and fine layers to remain intact, reinforcing the feeling that the deep ocean is a place where nothing needs to be hurried. Pressure at these depths creates a sense of physical consistency. Once reached, it does not fluctuate meaningfully, allowing systems to exist without repeated adjustment. This steady compression contributes to the ocean's calm character, where conditions feel dependable and unchanging. The absence of sunlight also removes the concept of daily rhythm. Without day or night, time becomes continuous rather than segmented. Processes unfold smoothly, without pauses or resets, creating an environment that feels uninterrupted and whole. Sound that travels through the deep ocean continues to spread evenly, losing sharpness as it goes. Vibrations become part of the surrounding water rather than standing out as separate events. This acoustic softness helps maintain the ocean's quiet, immersive quality. All of these elements work together to shape the deep ocean into a place of enduring calm. Motion persists without urgency, chemistry remains balanced, and time flows gently forward. The ocean interior does not strive toward change or resolution, it simply continues, offering a stable, unbroken rhythm that invites the mind to rest, drift, and remain at ease within its steady, patient flow. Deep within the ocean's interior, the continuity of motion feels almost seamless. Water moves not in noticeable streams, but in broad, slow shifts that take place over generations. This movement does not announce itself through visible change. Instead, it maintains balance quietly, allowing the ocean to feel steady and complete in every moment. The deep ocean acts as a place where extremes are softened naturally. Heat, chemicals, and energy that arrive from the surface are absorbed and spread gradually. This diffusion prevents sharp contrasts from forming, ensuring that no single influence dominates. Calm is preserved through sharing and balance rather than resistance. The pressure found at great depth creates an environment of uniform support. Everything within the deep ocean experiences the same surrounding force, removing uneven stress. This evenness allows systems to remain stable without strain, contributing to the sense that nothing here needs to struggle or adjust rapidly. Water chemistry continues to evolve gently through long-term processes. Dissolved minerals from the seafloor mix slowly into the water, while organic matter breaks down at a measured pace. These reactions do not disrupt the environment. Instead, they maintain equilibrium through consistency and time. The deep ocean's lack of light removes visual variation entirely. Without brightness or shadow, there are no cues to signal urgency or change. This visual uniformity allows the environment to feel uninterrupted, where time passes smoothly without noticeable markers. Sound within the deep ocean remains subdued and evenly distributed. Vibrations travel long distances but lose their sharp edges as they move, becoming part of the background rather than standing out. This gentle acoustic environment reinforces the sense that disturbances dissolve naturally. Sediments on the ocean floor continue settling in thin, quiet layers. Each particle finds its place without being disturbed by strong currents or sudden motion. Over long periods, these layers build a calm record of time, where change is preserved rather than erased. The deep ocean's circulation patterns remain consistent over centuries. These patterns do not speed up or slow down suddenly. Instead, they persist with reliable regularity, allowing the entire system to maintain balance without intervention. Biological processes in the deep ocean reflect the surrounding calm. Growth is slow, movement is deliberate, and energy use is minimal. Life here aligns itself with the environment rather than pushing against it, reinforcing harmony between living systems and physical conditions. Together, these qualities define the deep ocean as a realm of gentle persistence. Nothing rushes forward, and nothing fades abruptly. Water continues its slow motion, chemistry remains balanced, and time flows onward without urgency. The ocean interior exists as a steady presence, offering a final reminder that calm does not require stillness alone, but can arise from continuous, patient movement that never needs to end. Deep within the ocean's interior, the sense of completeness becomes even more apparent. The environment no longer feels like a place in transition, but one that has settled into its natural state. Water, pressure, chemistry, and motion all exist in quiet agreement, creating a setting where nothing feels out of place or unfinished. The movement of deep water continues as a slow, continuous circulation, rather than a directional flow. Water masses drift gently along established paths, guided by density and temperature rather than force. This motion is so gradual that it blends into the background, reinforcing the feeling that the ocean is resting even as it moves. The deep ocean absorbs change without resistance. When small variations in temperature or chemistry occur, they're smoothed out over long distances and long periods of time. This ability to distribute change gently prevents imbalance, allowing the environment to remain calm and steady without effort. Pressure at these depths continues to provide uniform support. There are no sudden shifts or fluctuations, only a consistent presence that surrounds everything evenly. This stability removes tension from physical processes, allowing them to unfold slowly and predictably. Water chemistry remains finely balanced through slow exchanges with sediments and dissolved materials. Minerals enter the water gradually, and chemical reactions proceed at a measured pace. This gentle chemistry ensures that equilibrium is preserved rather than disrupted. The absence of light continues to shape the deep ocean into a place of uninterrupted continuity. Without cycles of brightness and darkness, time feels smooth rather than segmented. Processes flow without pause, reinforcing a sense of timeless calm. Sound within the deep ocean remains subdued and distant. Vibrations spread evenly through water, losing intensity as they travel. This natural softening ensures that disturbances fade quickly, restoring quiet without effort. Near the seafloor, movement is minimal and deliberate. Currents glide slowly above sediments without stirring them, allowing layers to remain intact for centuries. This stillness contributes to the deep ocean's enduring sense of stability and peace. Biological activity remains aligned with the environment's slow pace. Organisms grow gradually, move carefully, and conserve energy efficiently. This harmony between life and surroundings reflects the ocean's overall character of patience and balance. In this stage, the deep ocean exists not as a place of change, but as a place of continuation. Motion persists gently, chemistry remains even, and time flows onward without urgency. Nothing demands resolution, and nothing signals an ending. The ocean interior simply continues, offering a steady, reassuring rhythm that allows the mind to rest fully within its quiet, enduring presence. Deep within the ocean, calm continues to express itself through consistency rather than stillness. Even after immense spans of time, the fundamental structure of the deep sea remains familiar. Water masses retain their character, temperatures remain stable, and the overall environment feels settled, as if it has reached a natural resting state that does not require further change. The deep ocean's role as a slow mediator becomes clearer as materials move through it patiently. Elements introduced at the surface do not rush downward. They drift gradually, spreading evenly rather than concentrating in one place. This gentle redistribution prevents imbalance and reinforces the ocean's steady, regulating presence. Pressure at great depth continues to act as a quiet equalizer. Everything within the deep ocean experiences the same surrounding force, removing sharp contrasts and extremes. This uniformity allows physical systems to remain calm and predictable, where nothing is strained or forced. The interaction between water and the seafloor unfolds in a quiet exchange. Minerals dissolve slowly into the water, while sediments settle gently in return. These processes do not interrupt one another. They coexist patiently, shaping the ocean's chemistry through cooperation rather than reaction. Without light, the deep ocean remains free from visual signals that might suggest urgency. There are no sudden changes in brightness, no transitions that demand attention. This visual absence allows the environment to feel continuous and uninterrupted, where time passes smoothly without markers. Sound within the deep ocean continues to soften as it travels. Vibrations stretch outward, losing intensity until they become part of the background. This natural fading ensures that disturbances never linger, allowing calm to reassert itself without effort. Water movement near the ocean floor remains slow and deliberate. Currents follow the contours of the seafloor gently, rarely disturbing sediments. This careful motion preserves the quiet structure of the deep environment, allowing it to remain stable for centuries. Chemical reactions in the deep ocean proceed at reduced rates due to low temperatures and limited energy. This slowness prevents rapid shifts in composition, ensuring that balance is maintained naturally over time. The chemistry of the deep sea becomes a study in patience rather than change. Life that exists in these depths continues to align itself with the surrounding calm. Growth unfolds gradually, movement is minimal, and energy is conserved carefully. This harmony between organisms and environment reinforces the ocean's overall sense of steadiness. Taken together, these qualities show that the deep ocean does not move toward an ending or resolution. It simply continues, maintaining balance through gentle motion and time. Water flows slowly, chemistry remains even, and calm persists without effort, offering a quiet extension of rest where the mind can drift without needing to arrive anywhere at all. Deep within the ocean, the continuity of calm becomes something that can be felt rather than observed. The environment does not announce its steadiness through dramatic stillness, but through the absence of urgency. Water remains present and supportive, surrounding everything evenly, creating a sense that nothing is lacking and nothing is excessive. This balance allows the deep ocean to exist as a place of quiet completeness. The slow movement of deep water helps distribute energy gently across the planet. Heat absorbed in one region is carried patiently to another, not in waves or surges, but through gradual transfer that unfolds over centuries. This quiet exchange smooths extremes and supports stability far beyond the ocean itself, showing how calm processes can have far-reaching effects. Pressure in the deep ocean continues to provide an unchanging physical backdrop. Once established, it does not fluctuate meaningfully, allowing matter to remain settled and predictable. This steady compression removes sudden expansion or contraction, creating a physical environment where systems can rest in equilibrium. Water chemistry in the ocean's interior remains guided by long-term balance rather than immediate reaction. Elements dissolve, circulate, and settle through processes that take years or longer. This slow chemistry ensures that no single change overwhelms the system, preserving a sense of quiet reliability. The deep ocean's darkness continues to offer uniformity rather than emptiness. Without visual variation, attention is not pulled in different directions. The absence of light allows the environment to feel uninterrupted, where time passes smoothly without noticeable divisions or cues. Sound within deep waters becomes increasingly diffuse as it travels. Vibrations spread evenly, losing sharpness and urgency. This gentle acoustic environment ensures that disturbances do not linger or dominate, allowing calm to return naturally after any brief interruption. Near the seafloor, water movement remains careful and restrained. Currents follow gentle paths shaped by underwater landscapes, gliding rather than rushing. This respectful motion preserves delicate sediments and structures, allowing the ocean floor to remain stable and undisturbed for long periods. The deep ocean also functions as a quiet reservoir of dissolved gases. Oxygen and carbon move slowly through deep waters, stored and released over long timescales. This gradual exchange helps regulate global systems without drawing attention to itself, reinforcing the ocean's role as a patient stabilizer. Biological activity in the deep sea continues to mirror the environment's steady pace. Organisms adapt to consistency rather than change, conserving energy and growing slowly. This alignment between life and surroundings creates harmony rather than competition, reinforcing the calm character of the deep ocean. Together, these qualities extend the ocean's sense of rest without bringing it to a close. Motion continues gently, chemistry remains balanced, and time flows onward without urgency. The deep ocean does not signal completion or demand resolution. It simply persists, offering an ongoing rhythm of patience and steadiness, where calm is not an event, but a constant presence that allows the mind to remain at ease. Deep within the ocean, calm continues not as a destination, but as an ongoing state. The water does not settle into silence by stopping. Instead, it maintains a gentle consistency, where motion and rest coexist without conflict. This balance allows the deep ocean to feel complete at every moment, without needing change to justify its existence. The slow circulation of deep water supports this enduring calm by redistributing properties evenly. Temperature, salinity, and dissolved elements move gradually, smoothing differences across vast distances. This patient redistribution prevents extremes from forming, allowing the ocean interior to remain balanced and predictable over immense spans of time. Pressure remains a constant companion at depth, surrounding everything evenly and without fluctuation. This uniform support removes sudden stress from physical systems, allowing matter to remain settled. In this environment, forces feel shared rather than imposed, contributing to the sense of ease that defines the deep ocean. The interaction between deep water and the seafloor continues as a quiet exchange rather than an active process. Minerals dissolve slowly into the water while sediments rest undisturbed. This gentle relationship shapes the ocean's chemistry over long periods, without sudden shifts or visible change. Darkness in the deep ocean remains steady and uninterrupted. Without visual variation, the environment feels continuous rather than segmented. Time passes without clear markers, allowing processes to unfold smoothly rather than in stages. This uniformity supports a sense of timeless calm. Sound within the deep ocean continues to soften as it travels. Any vibration spreads outward, losing intensity until it becomes part of the surrounding water. This natural fading ensures that disturbances dissolve quickly, restoring quiet without effort or intervention. Water movement near the ocean floor remains slow and deliberate. Currents follow gentle contours shaped by underwater landscapes, rarely disturbing sediments. This careful motion preserves stability, allowing the deep environment to remain largely unchanged over centuries. Chemical processes in the deep ocean proceed at reduced speeds due to low temperatures and limited energy. Reactions unfold gradually, maintaining equilibrium rather than creating rapid change. This slow chemistry reinforces the ocean's steady character, where balance is sustained naturally. Life within the deep ocean continues to align itself with this calm environment. Growth remains slow, movement is minimal, and energy is conserved. These adaptations reflect the surrounding steadiness, creating harmony between organisms and physical conditions rather than tension. Taken together, these elements extend the ocean's quiet rhythm without bringing it to an end. Motion continues gently, chemistry remains balanced, and time flows onward without urgency. The deep ocean does not resolve or conclude. It persists calmly, offering an unbroken sense of rest, where the mind can drift without needing to arrive anywhere at all. Deep within the ocean, the relationship between motion and stillness remains delicately balanced. Water never fully stops moving, yet its motion is so slow and evenly distributed that it feels restful rather than active. This continuous gentleness allows the deep ocean to exist in a state where movement does not disturb calm, but quietly sustains it. The deep ocean functions as a vast equalizer, smoothing differences across the planet over long spans of time. Temperature variations, chemical imbalances, and energy inputs are gradually redistributed until they blend into the surrounding environment. This slow leveling process prevents extremes, allowing stability to emerge naturally rather than being forced. Pressure at depth continues to shape an environment where matter behaves predictably. Gases remain compressed, materials stay settled, and physical properties remain consistent. This predictability removes uncertainty from the environment, reinforcing a sense of safety and continuity that persists without effort. Water chemistry in the deep ocean evolves through slow exchanges rather than sudden reactions. Elements move through the system patiently, guided by circulation and diffusion. This gradual pace allows equilibrium to be maintained, even as conditions change slightly over time, ensuring balance remains intact. The absence of sunlight continues to influence the deep ocean's rhythm. Without visual cues to mark time, processes unfold continuously rather than cyclically. This lack of interruption allows the environment to feel whole and uninterrupted, where time passes smoothly without noticeable transitions. Sound remains present but softened, travelling through water as low, gentle vibrations. Sharp or sudden noises lose their intensity quickly, becoming part of the background rather than focal points. This acoustic softness ensures that the deep ocean remains a place where disturbances fade rather than linger. Near the seafloor, currents maintain a careful distance from sediments. Water flows above them without stirring, allowing delicate layers to remain undisturbed. This restraint preserves the quiet structure of the ocean floor, contributing to its long-term stability. Chemical interactions between seawater and the seafloor continue as slow, cooperative processes. Minerals dissolve gradually, while sediments accumulate calmly. These exchanges happen without urgency, shaping the environment through patience rather than reaction. Life in the deep ocean continues to reflect the surrounding calm. Organisms move deliberately, grow slowly, and conserve energy efficiently. Their existence does not disrupt the environment, but blends into it, reinforcing harmony between living systems and physical conditions. Together, these ongoing processes extend the ocean's quiet presence without signaling an ending. Motion remains gentle, balance is preserved, and time continues to unfold without urgency. The deep ocean persists as a space where calm is not achieved, but simply maintained, offering an enduring rhythm that allows the mind to remain at rest, drifting comfortably within its steady flow. Deep within the ocean, calm is reinforced by the way energy dissipates rather than accumulates. Any motion that enters the deep sea is gradually spread outward, losing intensity as it travels. This prevents sharp changes from taking hold and allows the environment to return naturally to equilibrium without resistance or effort. The deep ocean exists as a place where transitions happen slowly enough to feel seamless. Changes in temperature, chemistry, or movement do not arrive as events, but as gentle shifts that blend into what already exists. This continuity removes the sensation of disruption, allowing the environment to feel whole at all times. Water pressure continues to act as a stabilizing presence, holding everything in a consistent state. There are no sudden releases or compressions, only a steady surrounding force that supports matter evenly. This uniformity reduces variability and reinforces the sense that nothing here is strained or unsettled. The interior ocean's chemistry remains guided by long-term balance rather than immediate reaction. Elements circulate through the system patiently, interacting over years and centuries. This extended timescale ensures that no single process dominates, allowing equilibrium to persist quietly. Darkness in the deep ocean remains unchanged, creating an environment free from visual urgency. Without shifting light or shadow, the surroundings feel uninterrupted. Time moves forward smoothly, without visual markers, allowing awareness to soften and drift without needing orientation. Sound continues to behave gently at depth, spreading outward and losing definition as it moves. Vibrations merge with the surrounding water, becoming part of the background rather than standing apart. This natural softening ensures that disturbances dissolve rather than linger. Near the seafloor, water movement respects the contours of the landscape. Currents flow slowly above sediments, following gentle paths that preserve stability. This careful motion prevents disruption and allows the deep environment to remain undisturbed over long periods. The exchange between deep water and the ocean floor unfolds as a quiet partnership. Minerals dissolve gradually, while sediments accumulate softly. These processes occur together without urgency, shaping the environment through cooperation rather than change. Life within the deep ocean continues to align itself with the surrounding steadiness. Organisms conserve energy, move deliberately, and grow slowly. Their rhythms match the environment's pace, reinforcing harmony rather than introducing tension. All of these processes continue without signaling completion. The deep ocean does not arrive at an ending point. Motion remains gentle, balance is sustained, and time continues unfolding without urgency. Calm persists not as a destination, but as an ongoing state, allowing the mind to remain at ease within a world that asks for nothing and continues quietly on its own. As this quiet journey through the ocean begins to soften and fade into the background, there is nothing left to follow and nothing left to understand. The ocean does not need your attention to continue its steady work. Water will keep moving slowly, pressure will remain constant, and the deep interior will stay calm whether it is observed or not. You may notice your thoughts becoming less defined now, drifting like fine particles settling gently through still water. That easing is natural. Just as the ocean does not hurry toward change, your mind does not need to reach any conclusion. Everything can remain open, unforced, and at rest. Let your breathing stay slow and easy. Let your body rest exactly where it is, supported without effort. Imagine yourself gently suspended within the ocean's interior, held evenly on all sides, where nothing pulls and nothing pushes. There is only steady presence and quiet balance. The ocean reminds us that calm does not require silence or stillness. It exists within continuous motion that is patient and unhurried. Beneath the surface, life, chemistry, and time move together in harmony, never rushing and never demanding attention. Thank you for spending this time with the Sleepy Scientist. Whenever the world feels loud or your thoughts feel heavy, you're always welcome to return to these gentle explorations, where science moves slowly and rest arrives naturally. For now, allow the quiet to remain. Let the depths continue beyond awareness, and let whatever comes next arrive softly in its own time without needing to be noticed at all. Good night.